The Protectors of the Wood Adventure Series. Episode number 167. Wendy Has Mysterious Answers. Abby turned to Wendy in surprise. A suspicion arose in her mind that she was missing something.
Are you really absolutely sure that all is lost?
Maybe I'm not sure about all of it, but there are horrible things I am sure of.
Yes, and those things are...
After the election, Tuck warned me that Dr. Bear, who was counting the votes, had told him that Becky Scudder had won. No doubt about it. And the bishop was there on site. It was all official. One of the trustees had already asked for an audit of the church finances, which terrifies Tuck, and the key to the church's closet of treasures. I had to grab the staff and this case of my father's drawings and flee through the storm. And an edition of the Middletown Standard came out yesterday, with a picture of me hugging Jeremy, Phoebe's boyfriend, on church property when I was supposed to be working. And George, who likes me, might have betrayed me. You don't understand. These are just a few of the bad things.
But Abby was no longer crying, or even looking sad. She was watching Wendy carefully, suspecting that the strange old woman would surprise her once again.
Do you have any friends?
What? Of course, but my relationships are all a mess now. That's a major reason I'm so sad. I love my friends, and now I've lost them.
Lost them? Then they are no longer your friends?
No, it's not like that. They like me. But I've made mistakes and made a fool of myself.
So, you haven't really lost them.
But I've lost my job at the church. Tuck has lost his place as minister. I have nowhere to live. No base in Middletown to work from. Just when things were going so well, Rose and Rob were about to give me a job at the preschool. The children actually like me, and most of Sonny and Junior's plans are based on Tuck and I being at the church. Phoebe, Sarah, all sorts of people are counting on us.
And you say the bishop was there?
Yeah. In my mind, that makes the election official.
Did the bishop announce the result?
No, I didn't wait around for that. A mob of angry people thought I had somehow created the storm out of thin air. They tried to attack me. They chased me down the street as the hailstones fell like marbles.
And you carried these?
Wendy motioned to the mapstick and the briefcase in the corner.
Yes, of course I did. But that's odd. I thought I'd left them in the other room.
You did leave them in the other room. I moved them here.
Abby felt insulted, as if Wendy had accused her of neglecting the mapstick.
What? Is your workshop unsafe?
But the mapstick is just getting to know you. And it wanted to be near us and next to Hilda.
Abby looked at the corner of the room more carefully and saw Hilda, Wendy's staff, leaning on the wall next to the mapstick.
You talk as if they're alive and have feelings.
The wrinkled old woman did not reply.
Well, say something.
You have more than enough information. Answer your own question.
I'm afraid to answer that question. Something talks in my head. I see things underground. The mapstick tries to show me the right way to go. And now that you mention it, there's a very strange similarity between Hilda and the mapstick. And you've even talked to my father about it and never told me. You never prepared me for any of this. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Abby stared angrily into the fire. Wendy sat quietly and warmed her old hands near the door of the stove. The pine logs crackled and flared up. The veins on the back of her hands stood out like blue worms. Abby was thinking.
She's old. Old. What am I gonna do when she's gone?
So, all of these things are bad? Is that correct?
Oh, stop it. If you know something, tell me.
Now, I'm glad you can use me to let out all your pain. And your picture of our hopes and fears is quite true. I'm impressed. You're very smart. But let's imagine you were talking to one of your friends. Let's say Phoebe, for instance. Let's say it's tomorrow and you meet her on the edge of town and you discuss all of this. I'm sure you would present things differently. Instead of waiting for me to give you answers, you and Phoebe would exchange news, encourage each other, and continue building the good road together. I won't deny that I can help you, and believe me, I will. But consider all you can do, even without my help.
Wendy's voice became strong, and her eyes glittered.
I promise you, in a day or two, you'll see things rather differently. You underestimate yourself, and the partners gathered around you. Already, the good road has begun.
Abby thought for a few minutes, put a piece of kindling in the fire, and watched it flare up. Her mood was changing rapidly. Just thinking about telling her story to Phoebe put a whole different light on the situation. Suddenly, Abby noticed that she was starving and felt faint from lack of food. She drank her tea in large gulps. The crows began calling outside. Shadows were creeping into the room. The two small windows were dim. Wendy arose and pulled dark curtains.
So, you and me and the crows all need our supper.
She walked into the back room and returned with her bag from the garden. Spreading out the newly washed greens, snap peas, finger beans, a few apples, and rosemary and sage, Wendy proceeded to add everything to the stew, now bubbling on the stove.
Sometimes I'm locked underground, but if I hear you say it's all okay, there's nothing compares with that sound. I'm lost, but now I'm found. God help the shape that I'm in. God help the shape that I'm in. Just come back to me. I'll be yours for free. I'll do all the good I can do. It's just that I need you. I care about a lot of things, I guess. I try and I try just to do my best. But if it's not right with you, there's nothing I can do. I'm lost before I begin. God help the shape I'm in. God help the shape that I'm in. God help the shape that I'm in. Just come back to me. I'll be yours for free. I'll do all the good I can do. It's just that I need you. Sometimes I'm stumbling through my day, and there's no light upon the way. There's nothing I can see, it's dark as can be. Hold my hand and see me through. I'm lost if I don't have you. God help the shape that I'm in. God help the shape that I'm in. Just come back to me. I'll be yours for free. I'll do all the good I can do. It's just that I need you. God help the shape that I'm in. God help the shape that I'm in. Just come back to me. I'll be yours for free. I'll do all the good I can do. It's just that I need you. It's just that I need you.
Trillions of living things are everywhere around. Our lives are all planted deep into the sacred ground. There's everything to love and everything to fear. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. It's planet Earth in the universe and nature lives here. And nature lives here.